All right, hello and welcome. To celebrate the release of the new DLC, instead of doing 3 episodes per week, let's go ahead and do 5, I think. Highlight draw is still on. We're going to try and make sure we get new corporations every time, though honestly, with a Manutec offered, I might take Manutec and just play with the colonies separately. But let's have a look at Arclight. This is a new company. A new world needs a full ecosystem. Being part of a species preservation program, Arclight stands ready to introduce a variety of species to Mars. You start with $45 and 2 income, which normally is terrible in solo. It's not that much money. The 2 income isn't huge. I'm sorry, in competitive it's not that much. But in solo, 2 income is pretty meaningful. We'll take that. Oh, sneeze, hot sigh in the opening of the video. Sorry about that. Whenever you play a animal tag or a plant tag, you get an animal on this card. And I believe they are half-point animals. So you start with animals in play. You could go Miranda and try and make sure we get as many animals as possible. So again, those new to the Colonies series, Colonies is a DLC that just came out. That is a new colony that just got offered to us. We have a few new things. I'm just going to quickly... I went in more depth in the first video on this, but let's go talk about these again. Colonies brings a new couple of actions to the game. For a fee, you can trade with the colonies and get a trade bonus. So if we click Miranda here, we currently get 1 animal for trading with it. We can trade with 1 place per turn unless we get more fleets, and it costs us to trade. Every generation, this is going to slowly tick up until it hits the end of the track, and when we trade with it, it goes all the way back down to 0. So with Miranda in the game, we can get animals. That's lovely. If I build a colony on Miranda, boop, 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 I will get an animal immediately, and the lowest value that this cube can get set to will now be 1 instead of 0, which means it'll be easier to trade with it more often. And whenever I trade with it and I have a colony here, I will get the colony bonus, and that will give me 1 extra card. Lovely. How lovely. Now, I can only ever have 1 colony on a colony. It's a little redundant to call it a colony, and then the location is the Miranda colony. Unless I get cards that let me break that rule. Last time that didn't happen, but it is what it is. So what might come out more often here is Luna. Buying a colony on Luna gives us $2 of production. Trading with it would give us $2 right now, but in a couple generations, it might come up to like 10. Trading with it for $10 would seem nice. If we had a colony there, we'd get 2 extra, so that might be 12. And that would set the colony cube all the way back down to 2 because it would be blocked from the 1 from our colony. And then the next turn it would be back up to 4, and we could trade with it again, and this time we would get 4 plus our colony and yada yada yada. But because there's going to be 3 colonies in play, we kind of want to cycle through them in a way that helps us. So we could go Miranda just because we're going to have animals in play early. We might go Titan, which gives floaters if we have floater cards to build on, or we want to do some sort of Venus synergy. Europa gives us productions, can be very helpful to get the energy productions early. And then Luna is just straight cash. So for the sake of this example, let's pick these 3 and give up on the colonies location for floaters. Then here... we can get a bunch of production. None of the tags synergize with what our company wants to do, but imagine we want to do a lot of titanium stuff. Oh, I never mentioned the cost of trading. The cost of trading is $9. So $9 is pretty painful, but an alternate payment would be 3 titanium, which again is worth $9, but it could get use out of titanium in a way that is good because you might not be offered space tag. So having 3 titanium per turn could be $9, or it could be a trade with a colony. Or lastly, you can use 3 energy. Now this is usually the cheapest production to get high enough for 3 versus 9 money production or 3 titanium production. So energy seems to be a really good way to trade with colonies, and we'll see what we get offered. Anti-gravity, interesting. Certainly always something I like to build around. AI Central, some science to get there. Minority Refuge, a way of getting a very cheap colony early. A couple productions and a acquired company. So this is a terrible run for Arclights. I know they're the new company, but give me a Manutec and let me go onto Luna for this money production. And I won't even take the Miranda colony. I want to maximize my income, so I'm not even that worried about Orbital Construction Yard. Though it is nice. I think I'd rather maybe just mix these productions. We go for anti-grav, of course. We go for Getting an income for every tagless card is kind of an interesting play here with community services. We would be able to play Granite Escarpment, and we want acquired company. Yes, yes, yes. So 2 income from this is maybe a little underwhelming. 3 would have been nicer. I like a discount if we're stacking discounts. I mean, this is a very expensive start, but let's do that. Oh, I went $1 too much to get my my acquired company, but I might be able to get around that by just playing this colony, and I'll overspend on it early, and we're gonna put that on Luna because Luna gives us 2 income, and you start with -2 income to have colonies in play in the game. That is the penalty. Why is my income -2? Oh, because Minority Refuge canceled it out. But I did get the $2 for putting on my income 2 different steps. And then here we go up to 4. And if I had 2 more dollars, we could have gotten a steel production as well. So let's go into the next generation. We do at least have positive income and a lot of metal. And right now the colonies are piling up their resources, which we love to see. Solar Probe is great for science. This should be amazing with us if we can get all the way to our anti-grav. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. We'll get this steel income. If ever we do get energy and science tags, I should have enough steel to play Central. And I could trade. Again, it would cost $9 to trade. So let's look. In a competitive game, it's interesting because turn order matters. Somebody could snipe something out of your feet. But here, it's like, what do we want to do? And because I don't actually have any great card draw, especially not for energy, I think what we do is trade. A standard project for energy, for the record, costs $11. So for us, we can trade with Europa for $9 and get that energy income. It's slightly better than a standard project, which isn't high praise by any means. But it does kind of get us there. And if we continue to get no space tags, and we did get space tags, lovely. Even a self-replicating robots, man, I would love to replicate on this bad lad. But I have no science, man. We are waiting on science so badly here. Let's, once again, have a look at a colonies board. We can get $7 plus a $2 bonus, so $9. We get some floaters, which don't matter. We can get a single income, which is fine. I hate the low tempo. Do we let Luna keep getting bigger? Do we trade with Luna? If I were to trade with Luna now, I could convert 9 of my titanium dollars into 9 money dollars. The thing is that I could play community service for 2 income, which is fine, but I'd really rather get 1 more card before doing that. The question is, do I want to trade anywhere else next turn? And I could trade again for an energy if I need to. So this might be a good turn to trade 3 titanium in for $9. It breaks even, and it gives me a more valuable resource. Come on, Manutec. We need to get your income higher. We need to get you off the ground. So, like, this is nice, titanium income. This is nice because we get some energy right now. No science tags to unlock my cards. No tagless. This is such a kick in the nuts. This is a rough go. We could cupola because we have so much steel that we're not using otherwise. So sure. Okay. Cupola. We could play it for this ocean. We could play it for the heat. We could play it for the ocean and then grab the heat in here. We could just put it beside the greeneries for some late game points. We could play it for the ocean to get titanium. There's basically a whole bunch of things that we could do with it. And none of them excite me. They're all, like, fine. Getting a heat income this turn is nice, and I don't know if I'd want to do it with this big asteroid or not. In that case, let's just play conservative. I'm going to put this down. 3 money income from it is nice. We're going to put it in a points location. I'll put a steal into this, even though it's an overpay. And then, if I know I want to play this, because it's going to give me a heat income from the track, that's fine. And then the big question is, am I going to get enough energy to do anything? And it's like, I could spend 3 titanium for a very expensive energy income. Or I could just get another titanium income. I guess we just grab the titanium income for now. It's fine. We're just struggling to get 3 energy income. And I know I lost 1 by playing this card, but, you know, give me some science, give me some something. That was our Gen 4. We should have taken a moment to do an audit of how we feel the game is going. I think the answer to that would be poorly, right? We have decent income because of how much metal we have, right? This metal alone is worth $15, which is around the baseline, and then 3 money income plus a little bit of TR means we're doing great. The energy and heat stuff, though, is terrible. No plants, no Venus, no oceans, like all of that is terrible, and we spent a lot of time picking up cards like Anti-Grav and AI Central and even these tagless cards, and we just haven't been able to hit the stride with them. So that's been painful. Here, at least, we have standard technology and GHG reducing bacteria, which is nice. We could go for a dirigibles. We do have a colony out there for floaters, which would benefit from that greatly. But I think I just want to play the science. 1 science tag doesn't even get me anything. Immigrant City is interesting because it gives us more ways of generating income, and I have a bunch of steel. The problem is I have no energy, right? Like, we're just desperate for energy generation after generation. But I could spend the titanium to trade. It just doesn't feel that good. I mean, this money can pile up. We can sit there. I want to trade with you. I'm gonna do it with titanium. But then am I gonna lose it immediately? I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna freaking lose it, man. And how many tag lists do we even have? I'm pretty sure it's still just 1. Grab this ocean. At least that gets us some terraforming. We're gonna have enough heat next round. I could play a science tag. We need oxygen. We're in a tough spot. We're in a bit of a pickle here. We are just clawing for some value. We're gonna push oxygen to hopefully bring that card into play. We're gonna take a science tag, which is lovely. We're gonna take this. It has an income, it has some plants. Ecological zone is always interesting, but it's a bit of a side project right now, and I can't do nitrogen from Titan. I just can't get distracted by expensive Jovians. Again, we have the chance to trade. We would only have 1 space tag. Let's get these few things we can do right now. If I'm not going to be playing a space tag, right, I can take my titanium and use it to trade, right? We're going to continue to leverage that. Now here, I get $12 back at Luna. So I'm turning $9 I can't use into $12 I can use. That's a pretty great trade. Here, special design plus or minus 2 on requirements. Could get shuttles early, could get GHG producing bacteria early. I don't know that that's useful. It could be the science tag I need to unlock AI Central. Sure, let's take this in case we need it. So then standard tech is my second science tag. That means I can play this. This is a tagless. So now I would like to play community service, but I don't have the money anymore because I bought a card. In terms of making a card very cheap, let's go for nitrogen-rich asteroid. That should be a great one to trigger down the road. And if I had one more oxygen, you would be interesting, but you're not. So instead, we get 2 plants. Okay. Government's going to help us with oxygen. We're going to unlock the microbe card. And some synergies are going to start, right? We're going to get some synergies. Spaceport, interesting card. Gives us the ability to make 2 trades per turn, because I would have a second fleet. I don't have any energy to make that viable. A Jovian Terraforming, though, would be nice. And I do have Jovian tag and Earth tag. Am I going to play a Venus tag? I could, so mining quota is great. Commercial district is a hard maybe. There's a great spot for it, though. So maybe we grab a lot of cards again, even though it's maybe not the best use of our resources. I don't like that negative point energy card that has a high global requirement. It doesn't work for me. So trading. Every turn we come back to this. And we're coming here, we're using 3 titanium, and we're getting an energy income. It's not great, but it's something. It's honest work. Then, we come up here, we get the Venus way station. That gives me a Venus card, which means I can play you and get more steel income, which is going to make AI Central easier to play at one point. Then, I could have gotten GHG producing bacteria this turn. But I don't need it this turn. I need it next turn for AI Central. So instead, we play community service. Right. And that gives me 3 income for 13 and a point. It's really not that good at this point. It would have been good like 3 generations ago. Maybe I should have played it for 2 after all, but it's a tough game, man. It's a tough game. So Venus, I'm pretty sure, is at like 0. So let's click Venus. Science tag, we love that. This has some Venus terraforming implications, so we should take you. And then the question is, do we get GHG producing bacteria this turn? Probably. GHG producing bacteria. We should look at a card. Oh, never mind, we should double. Then we should look at a card. Tardigrades, no thanks. Then AI Central is unlocked. We have a lot of building tags. Looking at you, MedLab. And what is the trade looking like? The trade is 9 for 9. So let's not spend our titanium on the trade this turn. Rim freighters, we can trade for 1 fewer resource. We should do that. So for 2 energy, not even titanium, we get the money. Okay. Now, can I get MedLab this turn and still get everything else I want? So MedLab, that would be 4 money of income. How many? Well, it's so, for some reason this interface doesn't let me click around as much as it used to. 4 money of income means I would have $5. I'm missing $1 to get rotator impacts and loading it this turn. I hate the idea of selling anything, but insects, despite being a like income multiplier, I don't think matters because we don't have plant tags and we're not likely to get them. And if we do get them, we're already, like, doing well because we have this card loading up and becoming very cheap. So I don't know how I feel about this run. Things are kind of coming together, all things considered. But it's so late and it's so behind. We can't play this card, which would have been nice. We can play this card. This gives us some energy that we've been looking for and gets us back up to 2. This gets us all the way up. Now I wish I could trade with all the fleets. We look at another card. IO Mining, no thank you. 2 more cards, though. So Quantum is a discount. And now we need to talk. We have 6 tags played. And another colony ship available. Could get an ocean. Oh, God. This discount. Right, trade 2 energy to get $6 means we could get anti-grav this turn and have a couple dollars left over. It works. It's really weird the way it works out, but I think that there's something to that. So you play you, then you want to play that. So to do it, we have to trade here with 2 energy. Then we get our anti-grav. Then this is only... Oh, this is really cheap. This is only $2, and it gets us an ocean. And then this gets me an energy. I may as well lose the point because it's an energy right now for $1. This gets us a Venus bump. We double this, so it's getting very cheap. I think there's one more double to do, right? It's got 16. So next turn it's free. So we're really looking, we're hoping desperately to get plant tags. And we'd really like to push the oxygen up to making shuttles free. But look, our energy just got solved, which is incredible. This is going to Gen 10, though, so I don't know. But look, Venus bumping, that's lovely. Mangrove might help. I need 63 TR to consider this a success, so I guess we're grabbing it. Alright, so the probe then. This is a 3-card draw, which I wish I could stack it higher and get a discount, but I think we're desperate enough to need the cards now. Am I going to play more space tags? Not this turn. Well, maybe. Because I can get shuttles right now with adaptation technology. Let's do that. Because we also have... Well, I guess this is one of the oxygen pumps, but... Commercial district here beside 2 cities gives me a bunch of water adjacency. Then you get this one. So yeah, shuttles, very playable. Very happy. Lightning Harvest, that's fine. As Manutec, we're getting every income card pays us immediately, right? So there's a lot of value in stacking up income, even beyond the point that most people would consider viable or valuable. Okay, so this card is ready to go. Nitrogen Rich Asteroid. It is free. Straight up free. Air Raid, Air Raid. I don't think I have cards that hold floaters, but I could. These just don't work together. So, what? Venus Bump now. Get a card. Viral Enhancer. I mean, I'll take it. Trade because 2 energy is borderline free. We'll do it for another energy and just let the money stack up for a turn. It's so weird to play this early. I think you just don't worry about it. Instead, we sell cards we know we don't want to play, like this one. and just play our TR gathering card. Again, we want to terraform the whole planet. That is terraforming Mars. That's the whole goal of the game. But we also want 63 TR. We also want 100 points to consider this a win, because we have been playing a lot of terraforming Mars in our lives. We think we can do better. Oh, I didn't play my free card. I didn't play my free card. It was free. I would have $3 more this gen and an extra plant, because I don't have enough plant tags to get the super bonus from it. I can no longer play you. I don't think so, at least. Yeah, if I was 1 heat less, I could play Arctic Algae still, and it would be viable. This is probably worth it just to get heat. Well, is it? Plus or minus 2 is great here. Events played is 7. So this is fine. And then we draw more cards. Giant Solar Shade. This is huge. That helps us terraform Venus. We actually have some chances now. Tech Demonstration. That's an incredible card for us. We'll take a free Terraforming Ganymede. I mean, that's something. It's existing. Rotator Impact, I can load it this turn and then use it next turn, but I cannot use CEO's favorite project on it, which is annoying. I never even got my Titan in play. 2 steps up on you makes a lot of sense. Let's Market Manipulate. Luna up, you down. And then trade using 2 energy. It's a lot of money. I mean, look, 3 Venus bumps. That is what it is, right? I cannot get, for the life of me, another plant tag. Let alone 2. And I can't get more microbes either. Though at least I can load this one this turn, and then CEO's favorite project it next turn. This will be like 6 extra heat over the course of the game, because I get the productions right away. This is 18 heat, right? I'm pretty sure I have standard technology. So, Venus bump. And then do I have enough cards I don't care about? Yes. Maybe. Yes. I mean, as much as I like the Jovian stuff for points and TR. Oh, I have to sell 1 more to even get a heat bump. Never mind, I shouldn't have sold those cards. Oopsie. I should have just held them. I gotta play this for free. Forgot about that again. And I don't have a card left to make the cheaper, which I probably did have a space card. I'm misplaying this hard. I'm playing 2 games in a row late at night because I'm excited about the new expansion, and we are not winning right now. We are not doing well, son. We could Omnicourt. We have a bunch of steel, so it's basically free. Same thing with here. May as well get the steel. It's free. This is all pointless. This is Gen 12. We're not really. We got 1 good card, and I shouted from the rooftops for it, and then we didn't get anything after that. No. Okay. So you copy this microbe. Allows me to get a heat bump here. We need a card. We need a card that does something. Ooh, gets 4 points. That's lovely. And by lovely, I mean no, dude. I needed to terraform the planet, not to score more points. If I'd gotten this at any point in the game, it would have been a no-brainer. Even now, I get $2 now, and I would get $2 to break even next gen if there was a next gen. There is not a next gen, which hurts, but it's fine. If I could get enough heat from the board, I could terraform the planet. If I look at the colonies board, I can still trade for 2 energy. I mean, this does give money income, but open city at this point would be incredible. I can't even get close to it, so let's not get our hopes up. But aquifer makes a great mangrove spot, which gives us another greenery spot here. I'd love to play around my cities, 2 of them. Well, actually, yes, I should, because here and then greenery again here gives me this heat bump. That at least finishes the heat track. And if I had more oxygen, like 1 more, this would be something. Instead, it's not. We play this and this, make a slight profit. Put 5 steel into this. And what? And I guess just make this card 2 cheaper. Clicking around like a mad lad here. And then 19 bucks to do what? Could buy an ocean? If I sold all my cards, I'd be $1 away from getting a greenery. I am not close to 63 TR. I have 3 steel or titanium. I mean, I guess I just grabbed the points, honestly. Like I don't think we won in any of the metrics here. This has been a game. Right? We've had a ton of card draw, we've had a ton of discounts. We just could not for the life of us find something to work together. Thankfully we got some trades with Luna, but I'm pretty sure I had to do a standard project there and then trade multiple times to try and get some energy. And even then we were struggling until Gen like 8 to do anything. So did we terraform the whole planet? No. Did we get 63 TR more? No. Did we get 100 points? No. Maybe I cursed this run by not taking arc lights. Yeah, probably cursed this run by not taking arc lights. I was supposed to take the highlight draw. It wasn't a good build for them. It wasn't even that good for Manutec, but at least it had some chances. And anyway, this is where we ended up. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.